Nursery, it's Mrs. Philpott here. I found this book which Miss Budden showed me because we're learning all about worms this week, called Superworm. Now there's this great big worm on the front and I think he's the superworm. Looks like the worm Mrs. Budden drew the other day, didn't it? Let's have a look inside. It's a superworm. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. He's a big long worm. I don't know if you like worms, but I'm a bit frightened of worms. Help! Disaster! Baby Todd has hopped onto Major Road. Quick! Whatever can we do? Can you see the toad there? It's hopped into the road. It's very dangerous. We know not to cross the road on our own. We wait for our adult to help us cross the road, don't we? Look! A Superworm lasso. Wow! Look at Superworm. He's stretched his body and it's going right round the toad's neck. It's going to help him. It's very helpful. The bees are feeling bored today. They need a nice new game to play. Cheer up, bees. No need to mope. There's some beautiful flowers on this page and lots of bees. Have to be very careful with bees so they don't sting you. It's Superworm, the skipping rope. Wow! I wonder if you've got a skipping rope at home. Superworm's turned himself into a skipping rope. Beetle's fallen into the well. Is she drowning? Who can tell? Not to panic, all is fine. So if you have a look on this page, the beetle's fallen down into the well, and then on this side, I need extra long arms to read this book. She's fallen down into the water in the well. Let's see what Superworm's going to do. It's Superworm, the fishing line. He's turned himself, come a bit closer, he's turned himself into a fishing line. He's going to go down and save her. Then toads and beetles, bees and bugs, brother snails and sister slugs, Uncle Ant and Airwig Aunt clapped and cheered and chant and chant. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. I wonder if you could say that. Superworm is super long. Superworm is super strong. Watch him wiggle, see him squirm. Hip hip hooray for Superworm. They're all giving him a big cheer. The toad's there, snail's down there. Look, there's even a spider. I wonder if that's Incy Wincy. Can you see that spider hanging from the tree? I'm not that scared of spiders. The chant is carried on the air to Wizard Lizard in the lair. He mutters his servant airs, find that worm and bring him here. Uh-oh. The servant crow is black and grim. Everyone's scared of him. They all let out a fearful shriek to see their hero in his beak. Oh no! Look, that big crow's got Superworm in his beak. The wizard waves his magic flower. Now Superworm, you're in my power. And you must tunnel with a coil to find me treasure in the soil. Superworm is very cross. I have a lizard as a boss. But when he tries to slink away, the wizard's magic makes him stay. Can you see him there? Oh dear. Superworm's not very happy. For days he tunnels, twists and winds, but all the treasure that he finds is 2 small buttons, half a cork, a toffee and a plastic fork. The lizard flicks an angry tail. Have one last try, and if you fail, To find that treasure down below, I'll feed you to my hungry crow. Uh-oh. Can you see him down there? He's got the fork, all the treasure he's trying to find. The crow is flapping through the night. Everyone looks up in fright. They see him perch upon an oak and listen to his dreadful croak. Quack! I don't know if that sounded like a crow. Maybe you could try and see if you could do a croak like a crow. That was a tongue twister. Superworm is good to eat. Superworm is a special treat. He'll be juicy, fat and firm. Hip, hip, hooray for Superworm! Action quickly at the double. Superworm's in frightful trouble. We must help him if we can. We must hatch a cunning plan. That's a noisy car. I'm sitting on my balcony to read you this book and just heard that loud noise. Right, let's continue. The garden creatures leave their home carrying a honeycomb. They jump and fly and crawl and creep. Oh, look at that big honeycomb there. Who likes honey? Snails are carrying the honeycomb.